Now, if you're like me, you love a fantastic single-player story to delve into. Xbox Game Pass provides us with a large pool of amazing games, and there are some phenomenal single-player games coming in 2025. Today, I'll be covering the 15 huge single-player games coming to Xbox Game Pass in 2025. My name is Fletcher, this is Xbox Nation. Subscribe for more Xbox and Game Pass content every single day, and let's dive into these highly anticipated experiences. First up is Sniper Elite Resistance, and it tells a gripping new standalone story that runs in parallel with Sniper Elite 5. This game actually turns the attention towards the hidden war, far from the front lines, deep within the heart of occupied France. In this game, we will get to grips with an authentic arsenal of World War II weaponry, featuring fan favourites as well as new additions. As to be expected, the visceral X-ray kill cam and advanced gunplay physics return in this game, demonstrating the unmatched destructive power of every one of your signature shots. There are also tons of new additions, including propaganda missions, which lets you step into the shoes of French resistance fighters, and old returning favourites like invasion mode. We don't have a fixed release date yet for this new game, but it will be coming day one onto Xbox Game Pass sometime in 2025. I think Fable is easily the most anticipated game for Xbox gamers in 2025, and I expect we'll see more into early next year with a full release window. With Playground Games, the masters behind the Forza Horizon series at the helm, I think many of us will be in for a treat once this game releases. From the short snippets and trailers so far, they seem to have nailed the Fable tropes we know and love, from dark humour, the witty British banter, and gorgeous open world that we come to expect. Whilst we've yet to receive any concrete details about Fable's game mechanics, there were some small glimpses of what we might be able to expect in the latest trailer. I think this game will easily top the charts when it arrives, and it will also be a day one launch onto Xbox Game Pass. Avowed from Obsidian is another RPG that's got everyone talking. Set in the Pillars of Eternity universe, Avowed promises to deliver a rich immersive experience that blends the deep lore of a classic RPG with the intense first-person combat of a modern action game. The combat system looks like an amped up version of Skyrim with even more intensity and incredible depth. You'll be able to cast powerful spells, swinging massive swords, and battling all manner of creatures in a world that's as dangerous as it is beautiful. The game also features a dynamic world that reacts to your choices, with multiple factions and a branching storyline that promises to keep you engaged from start to finish. With a release date planned for February next year, Avowed is definitely one to watch when it comes to Xbox Game Pass. Let's talk about Doom: The Dark Ages. This game takes the fast-paced, brutal combat of Doom and drops it into a brand new medieval setting. Instead of shotguns and plasma rifles, you'll be wielding swords, axes, and other brutal medieval weapons. But don't worry though, as the gameplay will still be as fast and furious as ever. The game features a mix of melee combat and ranged attacks, with a focus on chaining together combos and using the environment to your advantage. The enemies are just as terrifying as ever, with demonic knights, undead warriors, and other horrors waiting to tear you apart. This game is set for a 2025 release, and Doom Dark Ages looks like it's going to deliver the same adrenaline-pumping action that fans of the series really love. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is an upcoming reactive turn-based RPG that will transport us to a beautiful surrealist new world inspired by France's La Belle Epoque era. This is a period famous for its stunning and lavish contributions to the country's world-renowned culture of art. As a member of the Expeditioners, who are embarking on an impossible quest to end the Paintress's cycle of death, you'll have to journey through a vast and beautiful fantasy world where you'll battle deadly adversaries, befriend fabled creatures, and discover traces of those who came before you. This game took most people by surprise at the Xbox showcase back in June, and I know many cannot wait for this brand new release when it launches day one onto Xbox Game Pass. Now, Hollow Knight Silksong is the highly anticipated sequel to the critically acclaimed Hollow Knight, and we've been waiting to hear news about this for quite some time. You will be able to explore a vast, beautiful world filled with deadly enemies and loads of hidden secrets. You will play as Hornet, a brand new protagonist with unique abilities and combat skills. The game features challenging combat, intricate platforming, and deep lore that expands on the Hollow Knight universe. Silksong promises to be an epic Metroidvania experience that fans will really love, and we are ready to delve into the darkness and uncover the mysteries of this enchanting world when it comes to Xbox Game Pass sometime in 2025. Citizen Sleeper 2 is coming in early 2025, and publishers Fellow Traveler have announced it is also going to be releasing on the Xbox Series X and S and Game Pass day one. Unveiled at the PC Gaming Show during its first proper gameplay trailer, Citizen Sleeper 2 will see you wake up in the body of a brand new sleeper android who's fighting for survival out on the Starworld belt on the edge of the Hellion system. We've known for a while that Citizen Sleeper 2 is going to be a much bigger game than the original, but the recent trailer gave us a taste of just how large the belt actually is. It will have its own navigatable map, along with a lot of things like different spaceports and unique locations to visit along the way. I cannot wait for this new entry, and you can still play the first game as it's available on Game Pass right now. Replaced really shocked us when it was originally shown off a couple of years ago, with some of the best pixel art direction we've seen in gaming, and everything we've seen since is building even more hype for this stunning game. With its dark and gritty tones and exceptional looking level design, this is going to be high on every gamer's lists. Replace really combines the cinematic platformer, pixel art and free flow combat with a deep engaging dystopian story set in an alternative 1980s. The game has had a couple of delays, but I cannot wait to dive headfirst into the mysteries around Phoenix City when it does arrive day one onto Xbox Game Pass. As mentioned, we did have unfortunately a slight delay from the developer outside of 2024, so we can expect a day one release sometime early in 2025. Before we dive into the remaining games, do consider subscribing to keep up to date with all things Xbox. 82% of you have not subscribed to one of the fastest growing Xbox channels here on YouTube, and it would be great to see you come along this Xbox journey with us. Thank you again for your continued support on the channel, and let's dive into the remaining games. Sleight of Hand got announced earlier this year, and it's coming day one onto Xbox Game Pass for consoles and PC in 2025. Sleight of Hand introduces players to Lady Luck, who is a former detective who has been cast out from her former coven, but is given the opportunity to return to Steeple City and exact her revenge. Players can use Lady Luck's curse-based cards to cast smoke-based magic that can help them move with stealth through Steeple City. We will be able to evaporate into a puff of smoke to evade patrols, down goons with lethal cards, and create stack combinations that are undeniably powerful. This studio is headed up and ran by industry veterans from Metal Gear Solid, God of War, and Tomb Raider fame, so this is certainly looking to be one of 2025's most anticipated game releases. Compulsion Games' third-person action-adventure game South of Midnight immediately caught our eye. This is due to its mix of a richly atmospheric setting, its dark folktale elements, and its magical realism inspirations. Our character Hazel has to become a weaver, and this is someone who can use weaving magic to magically repair and restore dangerous creatures and broken bonds. From what we know, Hazel will confront and subdue dangerous creatures, untangle the webs of her own family's shared past, and if she's lucky, also find her way to a place that feels like home. Along with the game's dark folktale atmosphere, another aspect which immediately stands out is its distinctive, slightly juddering stop-motion art style. I cannot wait for this unique first-party title, and it is slated for a day one release sometime in 2025. Now, let's step into the dark and tumultuous land of Shu in WUCHANG Fallen Feathers. This Souls-like action RPG launches day one onto the Xbox Series consoles and immerses players in the dark late Ming Dynasty, a period rife with warring factions and a mysterious illness turning humans into monstrous creatures. You will take control of WUCHANG, a pirate warrior struck by amnesia and afflicted by oranthropy. This is a horrific disease, but a source of immense power. As you explore the depths of Shu, you'll have to enhance your arsenal and master new skills harvested from fallen foes. We will also get to battle against grotesque abominations, drawing on ancient lore to challenge the creeping darkness that threatens the humanity that remains. It looks like a fantastic experience for Souls-like fans, and it comes out day one onto Xbox Game Pass. Set in the rolling British countryside with idyllic pubs, quaint villages and red phone boxes, it soon becomes clear that some things are far from normal. Created by Rebellion, the makers of the much-loved Sniper Elite and Zombie Army franchises, Atomfall is inspired by a real-world nuclear disaster that occurred in northern England in 1957. The game follows a fictional storyline where you will find yourself in the quarantine zone 5 years after the event. You will be able to explore the countryside, villages and settlements and meet odd people, wicked cults and rogue government agencies and other players along the way. We will also be able to explore this open world adventure and seek out the truth at your own pace. Deep down, this is a single-player action survival game where Atomfall blends post-war Britain with Cold War paranoia, folk horror, and elements of classic British sci-fi. Atomfall will be launching sometime in 2025 and is coming to Game Pass day one. Lost in Random: The Eternal Die is an upcoming roguelike action-adventure that takes place in the bizarre and ever-changing world of Random. The developers describe it as a journey through dark, unpredictable realms where a living die holds the power to shape your destiny. This sequel dives deeper into the universe of Random, introducing new challenges and surprises in a world where the environment and situations shift with every step. In the game, players will step into the shoes of Queen Alexandra, a once powerful ruler now on a quest for revenge and redemption. Accompanied by Fortune, a sentient dive that plays a crucial role in both story and gameplay, she will have to explore the chaotic landscapes of Random. The world is designed to be visually striking and filled with unexpected twists, where every roll of the die can open new paths or present new dangers. So with that, strategy and luck are equally important as players will navigate this unpredictable world. If you like games like Life is Strange and are excited for the upcoming Bloom and Rage, then you will need to keep your eye on Mixtape when it comes day one onto Xbox Game Pass sometime in 2025. In Mixtape, three friends decide to go on one last adventure together on their last party night of high school, where they will decide what better way to spend it than to reminisce on all the memories they made from the past year. It's still unclear what kind of primary gameplay Mixtape will be, but it will be an interactive story-driven adventure experience that will center around the characters and their interactions with other people in their environments. This is all set with a gorgeous new art style, which seems very intriguing, and it'll be exciting to see where the developers take us in this heavy narrative-driven experience. Gears of War E-Day is the next mainline game in the Gears of War universe, set during the pivotal Emergence Day. 14 years before Gears of War, war heroes Marcus Phoenix and Dom Santiago return home to face a new nightmare, the Locust Horde. These subterranean monsters, grotesque and relentless, erupt from below, laying siege on humanity itself. The Coalition has teamed up with Blur Studio to forge a visually stunning trailer using in-game assets and Unreal Engine 5. Currently, we do not have a fixed release date for Gears of War E-Day as of yet, however it is highly rumoured to be releasing within the 2025 window. It has been some while now since we have a Last Gears entry, and I cannot wait to finally dive back into the world of Gears with this dark rendition. It really gave me horror tones and made me incredibly excited to see where the team goes with this new experience. What single player game are you looking forward to next year? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, and let's see if we can get over 500 for this video. Remember to subscribe for more Xbox content every single day, and whilst here, why don't you check out our most recent video covering the new Xbox Game Pass games announced for September and beyond.